Okay, I'm back. It's kind of a horrible dissection, but you can see a lot of cool, a lot of neat structures from the way I cut this. Um, First, we're going to start. Here's the interior view. So, um, our aorta, I kind of cut through part of it. Actually, I cut through the middle of it. Here's part of the right aorta and the other section of it over on this side. Over here, you can see oh, the chordae tendini right here. I kind of sliced through those. These hold the tricuspid valve. Let's see if we can. You hear the chordae tendini. They're actually pretty strong, so I cut through them. It was kind of hard. You can see under here, so here's part of the right ventricle right below it. You can see the papillary muscles where they attach to it inside the ventricle. It's really hard to see now. I'm going to cut these. The bicuspid, I'm going to go ahead and cut those coordinates. They're really tough, they're really strong, which is good, which prevents regurgitation from blood from the ventricles back up into the atria. Let's see if I can open this up just a little more. Okay. So yeah, so we got our right ventricle and our right atria. And I kind of sliced through that tricuspid valve. So it's hard to see the three folds. This area right here up in the atria, in the right atrium, that's the right one. Yep. This is where our SA node should be. And it sends its impulse through down to the AB node, which is just above the right ventricle. So if we look at the walls here, we'll see the right ventricle. We'll see the intraventricular sulcus that separates the two ventricles, and we'll see the left ventricular wall. We see that it's much thicker, and that's so it can create that pressure to pump the blood throughout the circulatory system. See if we can find where these, where the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava come into this ventricle here. There's one right here, and that might be for the blood returning from the coronary sinuses. If we go in, yeah, right in there, we can see the inferior vena cava. It's kind of hard to find or the superior vena cava. If we look over here, you can see all the chordae tendini that I have cut for the for the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve. It goes from the left atria into the right ventricle or left ventricle. Again, we should have our pulmonary veins coming into the left ventricle here. If we can spread this open, you can see down in here where they would come in here, feed in, and then we have our, you can kind of see this mitral valve, it's still kind of intact. This separates the left atrium from the left ventricle. And if I would have cut this better, we could see up in the left ventricle, we can see our aortic valves up here come out right up here at the top. If we cut this down more, we could probably even see where the coronary sinuses come off from just inferior to the aorta, superior to the aortic valve that feeds the coronary arteries around the heart. So, since I kind of destroyed this, we'll just explain. Here we have the blood will come in the right atrium from the superior vena cava or the inferior vena cava, or even the coronary sinuses. They'll fill in here, and they'll come down through the tricuspid valve, which is held by these chordae tendineae to the papillary muscles. From here, it'll go from the right ventricle up through the pulmonary trunk and into the lungs, where carbon dioxide and other materials will be exchanged for oxygen. Then it'll re-enter the the left atria through the pulmonary arteries, the pulmonary veins, come back through this must be our pulmonary trunk here. There's our pulmonary trunk. This goes from the right ventricle to the lungs. This is our aorta. So they come back into the left ventricle, comes in here, fills, contracts, it comes down through the mitral valve, which is here, into this left ventricle, and it is then pushed up through the aortic valve into the aorta, where the pressure pushes it through the coronary arteries, which are just below, it's right above the pulmonary valve or the aortic valve. And the blood goes out through the rest of the body. So there's our heart. Hopefully you can see, since I don't have the cameraman. So I'm going to play with this for a little more, but I'm going to turn the camera off.